Woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth lived during the last ice age and is the most famous extinct elephant. Covered in thick fur with long curved tusks, it was adapted to freezing tundra environments across North America, Europe, and Asia. Its small ears and fat reserves helped conserve heat. Woolly mammoths disappeared around 4,000 years ago, likely due to a combination of climate change and human hunting. Columbian mammoth. The Columbian mammoth roamed much of North America and was larger than the woolly mammoth. Unlike its shaggy cousin, it had less hair and lived in more temperate grasslands rather than icy tundra. It had extremely long, spiraled tusks and could reach heights of over 13 feet at the shoulder. Fossils show it coexisted with early humans for thousands of years, before going extinct at the end of the last ice age. Steppe mammoth. The steppe mammoth was one of the largest elephant species ever to exist. Living across Eurasia hundreds of thousands of years ago, it is believed to be the ancestor of both the woolly and Columbian mammoths. It preferred open grasslands and had long tusks and a massive body built for grazing. Its size made it one of the dominant herbivores of its time. Southern mammoth. The southern mammoth was an early mammoth species that lived in Europe and Asia before the Ice Age peaked. It thrived in warmer climates and had relatively less hair than later mammoths. This species played a key evolutionary role, giving rise to later mammoths better adapted to colder conditions. Imperial mammoth. The imperial mammoth lived in North America and may have been one of the tallest mammoths ever. It is sometimes considered closely related to the Columbian mammoth. Its enormous size and long tusks made it a formidable presence in prehistoric ecosystems. Like other mammoths, it vanished near the end of the last ice age. Pygmy mammoth. The pygmy mammoth evolved from Columbian mammoths that became isolated on California's Channel Islands. Over generations, limited resources led to dwarfism, resulting in a much smaller body size. This is a classic example of island dwarfism, where large animals shrink over time due to environmental pressures. Despite their reduced size rats, they were still true mammoths. Straight-tusked elephant. The straight-tusked elephant lived in Europe and Western Asia and was one of the largest land mammals of its era. Unlike mammoths, it had relatively straight tusks and little body hair. It preferred forested environments and warm interglacial periods. Fossil evidence suggests it may have interacted with early human species. Cyprus dwarf elephant. The Cyprus dwarf elephant was a small island species that lived on the island of Cyprus. It descended from larger mainland elephants but became much smaller due to limited island resources. Standing only about 3 to 4 feet tall, it demonstrates how dramatically evolution can reshape body size in isolated environments. Sicilian dwarf elephant. The Sicilian dwarf elephant, often identified as Palaeoloxodon falconeri, lived on Mediterranean islands such as Sicily and Malta. It is one of the smallest known elephant species, possibly standing just over 3 feet tall. Its tiny size contrasts sharply with its gigantic mainland relatives, Cretan dwarf elephant. The Cretan dwarf elephant inhabited the island of Crete and represents another example of island dwarfism. It evolved from larger ancestors that became isolated and gradually reduced in size. Like other island elephants, it disappeared thousands of years ago, likely due to environmental change and early human activity.